Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So I am finally back. As most of y'all know, I did decide to take a break from social media and just my phone in general. So for today's video, I'm actually going to share why I decided to take a break off of social media and a few tips that I implemented this whole week while I was off and disconnected. So sorry, I am congested. So hopefully y'all can understand what the heck I'm saying throughout this whole video. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so why did I decide to take a break from social media and for how long? So I actually decided to take the break because I was mentally exhausted. I was tired. I felt like I was drowning in my thoughts. It was just a lot. You know, I was here, like physically, but mentally I was not here. And if I'm honest, I started feeling a little insecure. You see all these people like living like this lavish life and this perfect life, and you know, with their amazing bodies and stuff like that. And then you kind of start, you know, I guess wanting and desiring certain things that they have. But then I had to like really like take a step back, and I'm like, okay, no, I can't. Like before, honestly, social media, before I started anything with social media, I'm over here thinking like I'm doing my thing. I'm like the baddest chick out here. So in my mind, I am. So I was like, why am I, you know, all of a sudden, you know, don't think that about myself, or why all of a sudden I don't think, you know, I'm feeling insecure when before this I have never felt insecure. You know what I mean? So why is it that it's changing now? Well, it's because I'm looking at, you know, all of these other beautiful people, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess I don't have it all. You know, I don't have it, you know, together and stuff. But I had to really pause and reflect, and I'm like, okay, no, I can't be doing this. Like, I have to remember why I started this whole social media thing, why I started my YouTube channel, what is my purpose, and I had to like really take a step back and really focus on that. So that's exactly why I took a break, because I was getting too into it. And then also I had to just take a step back and just breathe for a little bit, you know, and just refocus on what was the purpose of me starting, you know, all of this. So that's exactly why I decided to take a mental break. And honestly, I think I'm gonna obviously be doing more breaks, you know, later on as often as I need. So I won't get dragged into, you know, the whole social media world and stuff. And I'm not bashing social media. I think it's amazing. But you also have to be careful on who you follow and what you're following. It's gonna affect you in a good way or in a bad way. So you have to be really careful on who you're following and, you know, what you're taking in, because like I said, that's what you're gonna put out, you know. So yeah, that's exactly the reason why I decided to take that mental break, and I really needed to take that. So, and also because my husband pointed it out, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. Like your husband will be like, you're always on your phone. And obviously my first response was like, no, I'm not. You know, he's like, yes, you are. He's like, that's why you're mentally tired. You know, it's not because things around you that are happening or like the kids or anything like that. He's like, it's because you're on the phone 24/7. Thank God for him that he actually pointed that out to me, because if he wouldn't have done that, I probably wouldn't have taken this break, to be honest. I cannot let this little device have so much control over my life. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, so with that being said, I actually did a few things that kind of brought me back like to the world again. So I'm gonna share that with y'all, so that way if y'all ever decide to take like a mental break or just a break from social media or just a break in general for whatever it is, hopefully this can also help y'all as well. So tip number one is something that I decided to call first 30, last 30. So that what that basically is first 30 minutes you don't pick up your phone whatsoever. I used to do that more often. Like I would wake up and I would just, you know, be on my phone and be scrolling just on YouTube or watching YouTube videos or scrolling on Instagram or whatever it is. So I decided not to do that at all. It was hard, obviously, unless my husband calls and, you know, listens, like it's an emergency. Obviously you answer those, you know. But just to be wasting your time, the first 30 minutes, no. I realize is whatever you put in is what you're gonna put out. So if you're the first thing in your mind, you know, is scrolling on Instagram and scrolling on TikTok or scrolling on YouTube or whatever it is, or even starting group chats. If you're like me, I have group chats that start at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? Or you're just focusing on whoever's on Instagram and what they're posting early in the morning or whatever it is. And it's too much. It's too much. So it's like I want to start off my day with a clear mind and an open heart. So that's exactly why I always start off my day by reading the word. So that's exactly what I decided to do, and it has really truly helped me, you know, through this whole process. Like I was really bad at going to sleep and my phone was right there. You know, I would be laying down, I would tell my husband, I said, oh my God, I said, I'm so tired, let's go to bed. But I would go to bed and scroll on Instagram. He's like, I thought you were tired. And I was like, I am. He's like, it doesn't seem like it. You know what I mean? So I was really, really bad at that. And this whole week, I decided to have no phone whatsoever the last 30 minutes before I go to bed. Because I don't know if it's just me, but if I was dreaming about things that I would be watching on social media, on the news, or on group chats or whatever it is, and I was like, no, yeah, I cannot be all up in my dreams like that, you know? So, and that actually really helped me to, I mean, I sleep better. I don't have to worry about anything. You know, I go to sleep and I'm just like, you know, and then you just wake up so refreshed, and then you start off your day the exact same way. So the way you start, that's the way you finish. So that has really, really helped me on just clearing my mind from everything. So yeah, I really suggest doing first 30, last 30. That really, really does help. And just stay away from the phone. Tip number 2 is journaling. I never thought I was gonna be a journal type of person. I'm not gonna lie, I actually did this maybe like a few years back, 2, 3, 4 years, I can't really remember. I actually started to journal, but then I just was like not committed. I was like, oh, whatever. So now I actually decided to, you know, do it again, and that actually really did help me. I'm that type of person that would just carry on other people's problems, and I want to fix everything, and I want to fix everyone's problems, and I have my stuff to worry about, and then I'm worrying about everyone else's stuff. You know what I mean? So journaling has actually really helped me do that. Like I just dump all of my thoughts on paper. I just write whatever I'm feeling, whatever I have in my mind, and that has actually really, really helped me, because a lot of times I don't want to tell my husband, you know, every little thing, and then he probably doesn't want to hear every little thing. You know what I mean? Everything that's like in my mind, and I don't want to tell anyone else. I don't want to tell my sisters. I don't want to tell, you know, family. I don't want to tell my friends, whatever it is. So, but the trick is to actually go back like a few days later, like, you know, next day, 2 days, whatever it is, and actually read whatever you wrote. So actually read whatever you wrote, and it makes you realize, it's like, oh my God, I am stressing out so much over things that I have no control over. I'm worrying about things that I can't do anything about, and a lot of times it's the most dumbest little thing. It definitely helped me out, and I truly recommend you doing that. So okay, so tip number 3 and final tip is, it is limit phone usage overall. So this is probably the hardest part for me, because at work, it's so quiet, so I like to listen to, like, I have to have some type of background noise, and we just like to like listen to like YouTube videos and just have something playing on YouTube. So that's probably the hardest one for me. It's on for like most of the day. So but I forgot that, you know, on our phones you can like check the screen time. Yo, when I checked the screen time on my phone, it was like 9 hours, 10 hours a day. I was like, okay, yeah, that has to stop. So now it's maybe like at 7, 6. I know yesterday was like at 6 hours and something minutes. So it's getting there, you know, slowly but surely. So I use my screen time like settings to like see how much screen time I'm using. And that actually does help me because I'm a visual person. So now I can see like, okay, I'm spending so much time on, this or that, or text messaging or phones or internet or whatever. So that actually does help me. So try to use your screen time settings if you want to, limit your phone usage. I just try to limit as much phone as possible when I'm at the house with the kids, because honestly, life is so short and you can like miss so much time you being stuck in the device. That's exactly what I was doing. But obviously that's my fault because I was just stuck on my phone. So, and I always remember my mom, telling me, aprovecha los niños ahorita que están chiquitos porque ya cuando crecen ya no van a querer estar contigo. So what that basically means is take advantage that your kids are young right now, because later when they get older, they're not even gonna want to be with you. So I was like, oh yeah, that is very true. And I get it. I mean, if you have a business, social media is going to be part of that business, but I think there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance with everything. Okay, but yeah, that is my tips for today and why I decided to, take a break. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I am going to take more breaks like this, as often as I need. Hopefully these tips actually helped y'all, and, hopefully y'all can just limit the phone usage in general. So yeah, I hope y'all like this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Mwah.